How you making, folks? Today we have a butt ton of muddy water right behind us, so we're going to be testing out which lure color looks best in muddy water. This is going to be our first installment of what we're going to call Test It Tuesday. Which we're going to be doing a whole lot of testing of either fishing lures or hunting stuff, fishing line, you know, anything fishing or hunting basically. Maybe we'll throw even a little bit of camping stuff in there too. And if you like these sort of things, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell so you'll know every time I upload and we can learn some new stuff together. All right, we're going to get started right away. What was that? We're going to jump right into it. We're going to start off with the lightest color first, then we're going to move on to some bright colors, then some natural colors, and then get into the dark colors just to see what looks best. The water's not quite as muddy as I'd like it to be for this. It's got a pretty good stain to it, but I'm gonna wave a stick around in the mud, kick some more up, just so we can see how well these colors will do in dirty water. So you can see here when the mud's all kicked up, it disappears pretty quick behind that cloudy water with all that mud floating around. Once the current starts taking that mud on down the bayou and that water's just pretty dark stain, it actually starts to look pretty good, especially right there where it hits that sunlight, gets that little glimmer. Alright, so right now I'm going to jump into the chartreuse with this metal flake on there, see what that looks like in the muddy water. I'm leaving this little spinner on there, this little willow leaf spinner, just to give us a control between all the different lures so you can see. You'll know what that looked like with all of them and you can compare it, and well, you know what I'm talking about. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Who knows? Every time right before I put a new lure in there, I'm going to be stirring up that water, making it nice and muddy, and then you'll see as the current takes the mud out, it ought to get a little clearer. That way you get an idea of what it looks like in really muddy water versus just stained water. Looks to me like this chartreuse one doesn't do very well at all in this dirty water. It disappears pretty quick, but right here you can see when it's in the cloud of dirt it disappears, but once it comes up to where that water clears out a little bit, it looks pretty good. Again, once you get it in that sunlight and that metal flake glimmers, it don't look too bad. Alright, now it's time to test this red swim bait, but this is going to be a red with some silver flake in it and this white tail right here, so we'll see what that looks like. So the red one here does a little bit better than the chartreuse, but it's not all that much. It disappears as it goes in there, but the one thing you can notice is when the light hits that spinner right there, it really does reflect pretty good. And as you can see, as the red gets further into the cloud of dirt and it starts disappearing, you can see that white tail a lot longer than you can the red. Alright, next we're moving into more of the earth tones. I got this brush hog here, this watermelon red brush hog. Now this is a more natural color. I can't imagine this one doing even as good as the bright colors or as good as the dark colors, because it's pretty close to dirt color. So we'll see what happens here. I imagine it's going to get lost pretty quick, but you know, what do I know? That's why we're testing this. Well, my suspicions were pretty much confirmed on this one. As you can see, it just disappears really quick. And most of the time you can just see the spinner or the jig head more than you can the lure. The water never really did clear up much on this one, but you can definitely tell this isn't a great color lure for muddy water. Alright, next up is this matrix shad. We got this watermelon red top, kind of a lighter color on the bottom, still more of a natural color with some silver flake in it, and then this nice red tail to give us a good comparison of light and natural colors all in the same go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not trying to film. loud. Anyway, guys, y'all see anything I'm not doing correctly that y'all want me to correct in maybe a future video, you let me know in the comments below and we'll retest this thing. But we'll definitely revisit this again in maybe some different conditions and all. Like I said, it's going to be a series, so y'all make sure y'all stick around. We'll test all kind of stuff. Fishing line, shotguns, chokes, decoys, red beam, all kind of stuff.
This one's pretty much the same as the last one, although you can see it a little bit better. But that red tail definitely shows up a whole lot better than that green does. Apparently this crab can see it very easily. Didn't even know he was after it when I was running that lure through there.
Now that we're done the natural colors, we're gonna get into the darker colors, which is this is one of my favorite colors, is the Junebug. So pretty, you know, when the sun shines on the Junebug. Junebug. Let's see if it's still gonna be my favorite after this test.
I thought this would be the case with these darker colors. You can't really tell what color it is in the water once it starts getting further away from you, but you can definitely see that silhouette a lot longer than you can those other colors.
Alright, now last but not least, as dark as you can get, this is the solid black. Wait, this ain't solid black. It is black with a chartreuse tail. Again, we have another lure where we got a comparison of a bright color and a dark color on the same lure, so we can compare it at the same time.
And of course this one's pretty similar to the last one, although once this water clears up a little bit, that chartreuse tail does look good against that black body on that lure. And then again, you can see when that little spinner catches some light, man, that looks good.
Well guys, I hope y'all got some value out of this video. If you did, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button to let me know. And it is raining pretty good right now. One thing's for certain, I will probably be using two-tone lures with a spinner anytime I'm fishing in some muddy water after doing this little experiment. But you can click right here if you want to check out the Tested Tuesday playlist. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't. And I'm out.